Hello and welcome to this very first episode of Wednesday's Words, a weekly treat, I hope, of reflections and ideas and thoughts that might just resonate with you. And I have to start off this very first Wednesday's Words with a confession, because I have recognized recently that I haven't been entirely honest with you guys. So let me explain that. Positive Leaders. Positive Leaders is all about helping those people in our organizations to be the very best leaders they can be, and to help support those people in their team who they are leading, in order for them to thrive and flourish. And one of the very fundamental things that we talk about is about being human. It's about being ourselves, and the very best version of ourselves, because that just ripples out. And I have recognized that for the last 30 years, I have worked incredibly hard. In fact, there's a currency, isn't there? When people say, how are you? We all go, oh, we're so busy. It's something to be celebrated. It's something that's noted, that if we're really busy, then we must be getting things right. But here's the deal. I recognize in myself that when I allow myself to be too busy, which I do quite a lot, I'm not really being my best. And if I'm not being my best, then I can't give of my best to you guys or to anyone else. So as I find myself kind of dialing into a meeting and scrabbling around at the end of the meeting for papers to go into a training session, to quickly take a telephone call, or to make a telephone call about a piece of work that's coming up, to rush out the door and charge and screech up to the school gates and get my daughter into the car, and to come home and kind of throw a meal that I haven't really thought about carefully at my family. That's not, folks, that's not being human. And I've recently woken up to this fact that I'm not being human. I'm not being the positive leader that I want to be in my organization. And what I have chosen to do is a bit of an experiment, and it's not sitting well. It's quite uncomfortable. What I've decided to do is I've decided to do less in order to be more. If I do less, then I can be more responsive, more creative, more open to my clients and their needs, and to truly serve them. If I do less, I can be more. If I do less, I can be more in terms of being a parent. So I am not screeching up at the end of the day. I've got some headspace to really focus in on my child as I get the delight of and joy of being able to pick her up at the end of the day and to drive her home and to have a conversation. If I do less, I can be more in terms of taking time to think about and consider what my family's needs are and being able to meet them. Perhaps even do some menu planning so we can eat healthily at the end of the day. If I do less, I can be more of me, be more fun, be more creative, be more authentic. It really struck me last week when I went out for a coffee with a friend on a Friday lunchtime. It was the first social meetup I have had during the week since before Christmas, and we are now in May. If I do less, I can be more, and then everyone, including myself, benefits. So it's quite a thing to put out to you guys, because it makes me feel so uncomfortable to do things in a different way. And who knows, I may not have a business or a family by the end of it, of them going, you didn't do enough. I don't think I will do, because I genuinely believe that if we get that work-life balance right, as our Gen Zers are showing us how to do, if we can get that right, if we can do less, but in that less time, allow ourselves to be more, then I think everyone everyone, including myself, is going to benefit. So it's just an idea you might want to run with. How can you do less and be more? Thanks for listening. See you next week.